Now buddy, welcome back to talking about flight sim hardware on the channel. Today it's all about autopilot panels here. And here we have the same identical autopilot management module for the 737 indeed, except one of them is $1,000 and the other is $130. The question is, which one is which? Generally couldn't really be able to tell. Everybody, yes, this is the cockpit simulator, which is $1,000, and this is the WinWing 737 autopilot panel. And it's nice that I've got both of these products right here so we can do a direct comparison between this cockpit simulator that's known, for the Ferrari of hardware products used in professional flight sims everywhere around the world, and the consumer WinWing. Now, last week I was at the FS weekend and WinWing gave me this as a demo model. The $130 MCP is not released just yet. Pre-orders are apparently available soon, but I'm glad that they gave this to me so we can take a look at it. But this video is not sponsored by any of these companies. But come on, let's go ahead and reverse back to the unboxing experience. Now, yeah, WinWing unboxing experience is never really special. It's just a blank box. Come on. Although, yes, we do have a WinWing logo right here, but that's kind of it. There you go. Slide it out. Perfect. That was clean. Now, as usual, USB Type-C cable. That's very good. Some screws and a mount to put this on your desk. Boom. And here now comes the exciting part, the 737, an unreleased product so far. Come on, let's pull it out and get it out of the plastic bag. Yes, and here it is, the 737 WinWing autopilot panel. And look, if we do a quick comparison, they are practically completely the same. That's just absolutely ridiculous. The only thing that's a bit off here on the WinWing here is the color. Color is, I feel like, a little bit too dark, although that kind of also depends on the airplane. Maybe they do that to evade any copyright infringement, whatever. Anyway, the quality of WinWing is surprisingly good. Also, even in comparison to this extremely premium CP. Let's have a bit of a click button test. Okay, that is the cockpit simulator. Let's have a bit of a click button test here. Nothing to worry about. These switches feel identical. They feel exactly identical. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, yes, maybe I think you can actually not tell that on camera. The cockpit simulator feels a little bit more like a premium product, but maybe that's also because it's like, what, 8 times the price? Yeah? Yeah, that's... both of these do the same job. They're practically the same. Okay, the only quality difference I can find is in the autopilot disengage. On the CP flight, we have this beautiful looking switch right here. Have a look. And here in WinWing, it's a little bit more simple. It is slightly smaller, actually. That's the only difference I can tell. But it clicks nicely, and it's made a little bit more out of plastic, I feel like. But other than that, yeah, they work the same. This is insane. Now, both of these models right here use USB-C. You can simply plug it into your computer. Although the cockpit simulator gives you the opportunity to daisy chain other products to this thing. Yes, cockpit simulator is the choice for many professional flight simulators. You would see this in some commercial sims indeed. And we can't deny that cockpit simulator right here is at least a product we can order and that will actually arrive very soon. Whereas WinWing is, I guess, so overwhelmed with current projects, that delivery takes quite a while, I've heard, but I'm not sure about that. Also, Cockpit Simulator as a more professional product has, 2-year warranty, good customer service. If I were to build a professional cockpit, commercial, then I would probably buy this. But if I had the choice between the two, no one as a consumer would be stupid enough to not buy the WinWing, let's be honest. Let's go ahead and hook both of these up to Flight Sim and see how they compare in usability. Alright, so here we are in the Microsoft Flight Simulator loading screen, and we've got both of these autopilot panels connected. But as you can see, they don't do anything yet. You obviously have to, somehow hook them up to the Flight Sim through a software. Now, Cockpit Simulator uses obviously their own one, as you can see. Yep, there you go. It's just recognize my device. And Winwing has its own Sim App Pro. There we go, which is also recognized my device. We can maybe test it out. You know, test different patterns here. Yes, look at that. Or maybe even try to turn on all the green lights here. Yeah, you can see them work. Look at that. And it is extremely important for these software to be, you know, plug and play. And, you know, both of these companies do plug and play quite well in a way that you just, you know, turn on the software and spawn into a Boeing 737. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so welcome aboard our aircraft now, and we are in a cold and dark state. See that also reflected on our autopilot panels. Let's go ahead and turn on the batteries. Yes, there we go. And this is a minute detail. For some reason, Cockpit Simulator has turned on the backlight already. Anyway, let's get this airplane quickly fired up right here. See both these displays. Yep, there we go. Turn on right away. Now, as you can see, the simulator, our backlight is turned off, but we can turn it back on again by using the main panel lights lever here, and you can see that working on both. They are absolutely the same. And it's funny because I can actually, look, I can for some reason use both of them at the same time. Like, both are obviously synchronized. When I change the speed, for example, they both change on the same panel. You know, it's definitely the very same product, but there is one thing that is definitely different about these two. See, before takeoff, we can arm our auto throttle. So let's go ahead and do that now. Arm that here on the Cockpit Simulator. As you can see, it stays up as a switch here. As you can see, auto throttle armed, and even if I, remove the switch, de-arm the throttle in the flight sim, boom, it also gets removed in the Cockpit Simulator. Now, this is quite a realistic simulation of this magnetic latch that's also a thing in real life. There you go, remove that. Problem is, Winwing does not have that at all here on this model. Here is just a switch that goes down again. Now, this is where it gets interesting because if you get the product, you can actually upgrade this switch to a magnetic switch, which is $50 for this to work the same as the Cockpit Simulator. That's kind of the only minute issue with this one. Either way, let's just quickly take off here on this Boeing 737. Maybe arm our heading here. Can do that on both panels. It really doesn't matter. Runway 09 is right here. Make sure to arm the throttle, which doesn't do anything here. Okay, take off now. All right, so a successful takeoff on the 737. Let's go ahead and turn on this autopilot indeed. Come on. Yes, there we go. Vertical speed mode on. Autopilot engage. Select heading mode here. Yes, that's working on both, of course. And yeah, well, vertical speed mode on indeed. And we can, of course, adjust our vertical speed as we go. Let's turn on, auto throttle is already turned on. And we can, of course, change our heading. Move to the right using either of those autopilot panels. As you can see, in terms of ease of use, getting this thing actually connected to your flight simulator, they're practically the same. Now, I haven't really figured out any bugs so far. That is something that might crystallize later on, but they're very equal. Change our altitude here. Let's go ahead and test the disengage button, I guess. Okay, that works, of course, but, Flight Simulator's freaking out because the other one is saying yes, the other one is saying no. This is okay. There you go, put it back up. So everything works as it should here. So let's go ahead and have the airplane do an auto land here. Turn on the speed mode here. Come on, speed, yeah, there we go, arm that. All right, look, we've already landed on localizer, so let's turn on vocal VOR localize. There we go, that works. And good, we're descending nicely, which means, look, our glide slope also there. Let's turn on approach mode. Works on either one. I want to turn on the backlight again. I like how this is synced up to the flight sim. That is nice. Look at it. Yes, everybody, look at this landing coming up. Fully done by this thing here. Yeah. Wonderful. So already $1,000 versus $130 autopilot panel. I'm ever so amazed by Winwing for sure. Yes, okay. For $50 more, you need to buy this magnetic latch right here, which you can, by the way, easily just screw in, of course. But other than that, these products are practically similar. Now, there's one thing that Winwing is missing out on now, and that is the existence of these EFIS displays right here, which are put, of course, next to the autopilot panel itself. Cockpit Simulator has these already, but Winwing doesn't. So we only really have the autopilot panel without being able to, for example, change the baro setting or hear the range on the EFIS display. But other than that, I'm gonna be very interested in how Winwing's launch will go. Write me in the comments whether you guys will be getting this 737 autopilot panel, and so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijutsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New York. You've got beautiful names.